All right.
One more day after this.
One more day. Let's short week for us. It'd be great. So the character assassination of Tucker Carlson continues. They have more audio.
Oof,
All right. Well,
we can agree, right, that the dark-haired ones are all prettier.
Yes, but before you just to help you out, before you lose your mind, this is Miss Teen USA.
I take back what I said.
I'm
Look,
just.
I want to make some apologies. I want to apologize on behalf of RTC Media. Sometimes when you're doing live news, you jump the gun a little bit. We apologize. I mean, like late teens, though, right? Like
No, yeah, 17, 18.
Okay, hey, depending on the state, right?
You never want to be in a position to make that defense. All right, let's see. This from now. Now this. Tucker Carlson joked about sex with a teen beauty queen and made lewd comments about her in a newly.
How about the Miss Teen USA, Miss Teen South Carolina?
I got to be honest. I mean, I thought she was kind of appealing.
I thought she was hot.
You're a real fucking sicko.
Carlson mocked the teen beauty queen Trump Miss Teen USA pageant. She contemplated suicide after a performance.
What South Carolina? It's probably 16 in South Carolina.
She'd probably be a pretty good wife.
Now somebody said she may be 18 now.
Oh yeah, she definitely looks 18.
Yeah,
Don't you think? I mean, if you had a wife that dumb, would it be good or bad?
Good.
Now this is the Miss South Carolina
I love
one.
you, Tuck.
I believe
I love this guy.
this was the Miss South Carolina one. They asked her a question about the economy, and everyone made fun of her for like 500 years because she was just really stupid. So this topic, they're making it seem like he picked out some random girl from a beauty pageant. It was news like that she really fucked up at the beauty pageant. Media Matters uncovered the clip.
Did you hear the audio of her answer?
But okay, hold on. My favorite part about this is because we've heard it through Media Matters, but now listen through the creepy music that they're playing. You hear that creepy?
I think that music just follows Bubba the Love Sponge around in real life.
You're
Hey, what's up, man? You want to fuck my wife, talk about niggers in my bedroom? I swear to God, there's no security cameras. You want to bash black people that bash my wife's vagina in my bedroom? I swear to God, there's no motion-activated cameras in there.
Sir?
Did I hear it? Well, we gave it prominent play in the show yesterday. that like made my day.
He also made an unsubstantiated claim about the pageant.
Now, Mario, who was hosting it, whom I know is a pretty good guy, what do you think the odds are that he tied into that after the show?
I'd say 85%.
So he tied into that after. Okay.
So he did a shock. First of all, listen,
None of this is.
I can tell you this, Tuck, from what I know about Mario Lopez, too. I'd say there's about a 90% chance he didn't get into that after the show. It's not just, from what I've heard, I don't think Mr. Pacific Blue is a big fan of teen beauty pageants.
Got it.
Say. Now, if it were a different kind of scene, so like picture the kind of bar a Marco Rubio would like to hang out in. I think Mario Lopez.
Wilton Manors?
A little more enthusiastic.
I would say at least 90.
Now, hold on. Let me ask you a question. How old's Mario?
He was on Saved by the Bell years ago.
Mario,
He's got to be like 38 now.
about,
Now,
I think he's 3 years younger than I am, so he's 35.
What's South? You're saying now that maybe Mario might have plowed that?
Oh, how
Oh my God! Of course, are you kidding?
how tough would it be? All you gotta do is, hey, I have a map of the United States on my penis. Would you like to check it out?
Exactly.
Can we all agree? By the way, how much is Bubba loving this lately?
Oh yeah, of course.
He's been dying.
He was on Glenn Beck's. Glenn Beck had Bubba the Love Sponge on. Glenn Beck had Bubba the Love Sponge on to talk about the Tucker thing.
What? Yeah, he's joining in, putting the boots to him. Glenn Beck's a piece of shit. But
No,
yeah,
Glenn Beck isn't putting the boots to him. Glenn Beck was defending Tucker.
Was he?
He had Bubba the Love Sponge also defending Tucker on.
Yeah, but I don't know if bringing Bubba the Love Sponge on is the best defense.
the
for
best
Tucker.
character witness, yeah.
I think he knows what he's doing. No, I was trying to help. Shut up, Glenn. No, you weren't. Go away. If you're Tucker Carlson, you're going, shut up. Don't fucking keep my fucking name out of your mouth, fucking Colonel from KFC. Enough of you. Everything you touch turns to shit.
I have a Glenn Beck video later. Don't worry.
But this is clearly a 10-year-old clip of Shock Jock Radio.
Yes.
One market Shock Jock Radio. Let's be clear here. This isn't even serious, Bubba. I think this is local Tampa Rock 105. Look at Bubba the Love Sponge. So Tucker thought this was, again, are we going to dig up everything from 12 years ago where somebody goes like, are we going to dig up every Stern clip? Oh, I bet there's a lot of liberals that went on Stern if we want to start playing these fucking games.
Dude, you're so right.
Let's start fucking digging through Stern clips, motherfuckers.
Holy fuck, dude. I didn't even think about that. You're right.
Yeah, we got Chuck Schumer on the show today. He's a state senator. Hey, Chuck, you ever see that teenage beauty pageant boobs, huh? I bet you'd like to touch her boobs.
She's so dumb. She's vulnerable. She's like a wounded gazelle.
She's
separated
perfect
from the herd.
So
She's ripe for the taking.
You think Mario may have plowed that?
Oh my God, are you kidding? Yes.
Well, she was 17. Couldn't that be a problem? Couldn't that be a problem legally if Mario f***ed it?
No.
No,
Kidding?
There's some weird.
He's like James Brown. He gets a pass.
Wow, Mario.
You know, the normal laws
Tucker
about
is
that kind
dark.
of thing don't apply to him.
Tucker is dark.
Mario was unavailable for comment via representatives. Donald Trump owned the miss. Okay, so the rest of this
So now it's also Trump. It's Trump's fault. Of course, everything's Trump.
Trump owned the Miss Teen USA pageant at the time and also made lewd radio comments bragging on Howard Stern. You just brought Howard Stern again. That's fine.
It's fine, but you know what? Hey, now this. A lot of people went on Howard Stern.
A lot of people said way worse things.
And a lot less conservatives have gone on Howard Stern than lefties. So I'm sure we can find plenty. I mean, remember, all these old Stern clips, that's what killed George Takei. A lot of these guys get fucking... Stern clips have been ruining people's lives.
And about how he
The
treated...
funniest is that I'll go backstage before a show, and I'm allowed to go in because I'm the owner of the pageant, and therefore I'm inspecting it. You know, I'm inspecting. I want to make sure that
like
everything is good.
You're there.
Yeah, the dress. Is everyone okay? You know, they're standing there with no clothes. Is everybody okay? And you see these incredible-looking women.
The year after Trump sold the teen pageant, reforms were made. Teen girls would be less sexualized.
Jerked off to her.
I didn't, actually.
Would you?
I don't know. I actually was thinking about her more in a platonic way. Like, what would she
Tucker
like to
knows
have
what
dinner?
they're doing, too. Even back then, he knew. He's like, I'm not fucking...
But did you notice this? The 3-minute video, the last part where it puts it in context right here when he says, I don't think so, I actually think about it in a more platonic way. That part kind of puts everything, like Tucker stopped joking. No, of course I didn't, man. But
dude, we're doing stupid Bubba the Love Sponge
and
material. I'm not going to take it that far.
Exactly. Then they did it, but they put this at the end of at the end of the video.
Would you?
I don't know. I actually was thinking about her more in a platonic way. Like, what would she like to have dinner with?
You were thinking about cramming that. You were thinking about cramming her dinner.
I was thinking about tapping my foot next to her stall.
See, at the time,
that was fun. That's a great reference.
Especially at the time. At the time, it was topical.
Great reference. By the way, I'm an old man now because I got that reference.
Yeah.
Oh, that's fucking great.
Anal. Anal. That is so fantastic. Anal.
Is that Bubba just playing the word anal as a sound drop?
It's Bubba Love Sponge. Remember dude, the 20 years of radio we grew up in when we thought it was good, it took a lot, dude. It took a lot of deprogramming.
It did.
To get that hack shit out of our fucking... Like, those people were just so bad.
Media Matters uncovered a series of racist and sexist statements by Carlson. Fire Tucker Carlson has been trending. Okay, so now we continue. Now this also put this video out. This is from 4 hours ago, so this is from today. Protest of Tucker Carlson outside of Fox News. Fox drop Tucker, basically. Okay, so let's see the big protest outside. Oh, and also something, guys, just so you understand, so you see how this works. When you're somebody that doesn't watch his show anyway, nobody cares what you have to. You know what I mean? It's like nobody cares. Nobody cares.
Racist, sexist, anti-gay, right-wing pagans, go away.
Now we're seeing maybe 2 or 3 protesters. Everybody else you're seeing are cameramen. That's what I'm seeing. Maybe I'm missing it, but I see a cameraman. I see. Okay, let's say. About 100 people, you would say there, maybe, give or take, 50, 60 people, maybe.
85.
Yeah. Okay. How much do you want to bet? How much do you want to bet? What always happens during these things, if you look on Craigslist in New York, and by the way, Tucker broadcasts out of the D.C. fucking studio, not out of New York, you stupid idiot. If you look on Craigslist, I guarantee you there's people saying, paid protester, to go out. This is what they do. They get homeless people to stand out there to make it look like more people care. Nobody standing here has ever watched Tucker Carlson or bought any product that's running out on Tucker Carlson's show. So again, you're not the target audience. This isn't going to work.
I follow him on Twitter. No ads on Fox News. They like you lose. No ads on Fox News.
My favorite one is the head one that's trying to start the cheer. She's like, I'm the leader here. I'm going to start these cheers.
Nobody's joining her. She's clearly retarded.
Yo, man, they said they would pay me $50 if I stand out here. They didn't say I had to say anything.
This girl is she's got no charisma.
Oh,
she's got no confidence. And
terrible.
Like, shut up.
No ads on Fox News. They like you lose. No ads on Fox News. Drop Fox News.
Fox News is bad for business. Man, look at that. How all of these had professionally printed signs ready to go.
Now. Drop Fox now. Drop Fox now. Drop Fox now.
Drop Fox now.
Drop Fox now. Drop Fox now. Drop Fox now.
Really enthusiastic out there, folks. You really want it. You can tell you guys are really feeling. Nope, you guys are half-hearted at best, and nobody cares. It's a 34-minute video. I'm gonna skip ahead here. Oh, this is the guy that runs Media Matters. Here he is. This is the guy right here. This is the guy that runs Media Matters. Oh, this is gonna be a perfect segue. So this is the dude who runs Media Matters.
Pat Dixon runs Media Matters.
This guy's the president of Media Matters.
Hi, how you doing? She's rolling. Okay.
We're live with Now This News, and we're in front of the Fox HQ headquarters. Why are we here? And can you tell our viewers who you are?
I am Angelo Carlson. I'm the president of Media Matters.
And I am a massive
we came out here
faggot.
I'm the president of Media Matters. Woo, funny story. Funny story. When you start going after people, they start digging into you. Did you know that's what happens?
Generally speaking, yes.
Daily Caller, Media Matters president, wrote a blog and post about Japs, jewelry, and trannies. Media Matters president...
Wait, we're trying to like this guy less, not more.
Media Matters president Angelo Carlson is currently leading the boycott campaign against Fox News host Tucker Carlson and co-founder of the Daily Caller News Foundation in an attempt to get him fired. Carlson and Media Matters, which openly pine for the destruction of Fox News, have justified the left-wing boycott campaign by posting to a number of statements that Tucker... Okay, so... but Carlson has his own track record of inflammatory comments. Carlson, now a defunct blog, including degrading references to trannies, jewelry, and Bangladeshis. Carlson posted a lengthy diatribe in November 2005 about Bangladesh man who was robbed by a gang of transvestites, as Carlson described it. Carlson was offended that the gang was described as attractive in the article. And I quote, "Did you notice that the word attractive? What the fuck is that doing in there? Is this writer a tranny lover too? Or perhaps he was trying to justify how these trannies tricked his Bangladeshi in the first place. Look, man, we don't need to know whether or not they were attractive. The fucking guy was Bangladeshi," Carlson wrote. And while we're at it, what the hell was he doing with $7,300 worth of stuff? That Bangladeshi guy. Carlson also chided police for not advising the public to, and I quote, "Stay away from tranny bars. Stay away from places where Eddie Murphy and Robert De Niro Jr. have/are visiting. Don't fucking kiss a transvestite. Don't bring a group of transvestites back to your room, etc." Now, nobody would care about this stuff if it wasn't for the fact that this guy's the guy who's running it for Media Matters. if it wasn't for the fact that you've said things as bad, if not worse, than what you're accusing Tucker of. It continued. And by the way, that website is down. They, of course, archive them way back. Doesn't matter. You grab anything. Apparently, a gang of transvestites in Thailand is spitting sedatives down their victim's throat and then robbing them. Isn't anyone curious why the super strong sedative doesn't affect the trannies? Like, how can an article? Okay, whatever. So he goes in and on about that. Then about Japanese people in Japan, a basketball coach is some hot water for making the girls on the team run nude, hitting them as to inflict post-traumatic stress disorder. The coach contends that it's to infuse the fighting spirit in them and win a competition. Now let's compare basketball to Japan, Chaminade High School. Being forced to shower nude after gym. Be sure to note that the numerous video camps in the locker rooms, whatever. Okay. Points is lighten up on Japs. I had to shell out $4,000 a year for treatment that you could get for free. Consider yourselves lucky. So again, this is the same Media Matters guy. This is the same dude.
You want to run off like 30 or 40 alt-right people right now?
Sure.
This host could get it.
Oh, yeah, she's super cute.
Yeah, I'd fuck the shit out of her.
A lot of forehead on her, but still, she's cute.
No, she could get it, though. Yeah, she's not, like, I'm not saying she's not a 10.
Right.
But I'm just saying, it's certain people you just see holding the mic sometime, and you're like, yeah, all right, you could get it. Like, what's up? What hotel you staying at?
Because Fox News was meeting
I got a
with
press pass, too. What's up?
all of their big advertisers and media buyers to try to sell 60 to 70% of all their ads for next year. I think, we wanted to come out here to make it clear to them that Fox...
Look at speaking of alt-righter, look who showed up. Look who showed up at this protest. Look what the sign says.
That doesn't necessarily mean it's him.
U.S. gives Israel $10 million per day.
News is toxic, they're bad for business, and that these companies should think twice before continuing to form new partnerships with them. I mean, that's the thing here.
Google it. It says on the back.
They're trying.
So this is what they're trying to do. Every day what they're doing is they're leaking a new thing about Tucker. So, again, we play... Tucker did respond. He did respond again.
Books on Amazon. Runaways, the usual missing persons, but fairly prominent, well-educated people with dissenting political opinions. One day you're watching them or reading them online. The next time you check, they're gone. You can't find their videos. They're not showing up in your Facebook feed. Suddenly you can't buy their books on Amazon. You Google them to find out what happened and discover they've been banned. They're being called dangerous extremists, bigots, and Nazis. For the public good, they've been shut down, disappeared. You're a little surprised to hear this. They didn't seem evil to you.
Is this... Hold on, I might have pulled the wrong one. I'm sorry, was this the one I played yesterday? Because I had a new one today. Here, sorry, guys. I want to make sure I pulled the right one. Because he did go after them today, and it was he pulled something else deep inside Media Matters closet, and Media Matters is going to have a problem now with the IRS. They've started delving deep into Media Matters, and let's see. Hold on, give me a second. Sorry about this, guys. Here it is. All right, here you go.
Or reading them online. The next time you check, they're gone.
Okay.
You can't find their videos. They're not showing up in your Facebook feed. Suddenly you can't buy their books on Amazon. You Google them to find out what happened and discover they've been banned. They're being called dangerous extremists, bigots, and Nazis. For the public good, they've been shut down, disappeared. You're a little surprised to hear this. They didn't seem evil to you or radical. They were just free thinkers saying something a little different from the party line on CNN. You don't complain about any of this, though. You don't want anyone to know that you were watching forbidden videos. There's a penalty for that. This is what an authoritarian society looks like. It's a place where the group in charge will tolerate no criticism at all. That's what we're becoming. It was only a matter of time before they came for Fox News. Of the top dozen news networks in the United States, only Fox has an alternative view. The other channels speak with one voice. They're united on every issue, every time. They're in almost perfect sync with the priorities of the Democratic Party. Fox News stands apart. The opinion shows on this channel have another perspective. You might consider that valuable, diverse disagreement as a mortal threat to the country, something that's dangerous.
Here we go.
That's the job of a group called the Southern Poverty Law Center. It's an organization whose name intentionally masks its role as an enforcer for the Democratic establishment. Groups or individuals who challenge the official story on virtually any subject find themselves designated a hate group by the SPLC. This is a handy way to crush your political enemies. By definition, hate groups don't have legitimate ideas or positions. They only spew hate. So you don't have to listen to them or debate their claims. You can ignore everything they say. Your only duty is to suppress them. And that's the beauty of the SPLC. Once they call the people you disagree with a hate group, you can move immediately to shut them up by force. And that's what they do. That's where Media Matters comes in. Media Matters is a George Soros-funded lobbying organization whose sole mission is to punish critics of the Democratic Party. Media Matters often uses propaganda from the Southern Poverty Law Center to bully corporations, news executives, and tech companies into punishing people it doesn't like.
So they're working with the SPLC again is feeding them everything.
Yeah.
Not surprisingly,
the
media
SPLC's
love
feeding everyone everything.
Oh, yeah,
governments,
I know.
media, all of it.
Media Matters. One former employee described the group's relationship with MSNBC this way, quote, "We were pretty much writing their primetime. When Media Matters issued a press release, MSNBC picked it up, quote, verbatim. Media Matters staffers once explained that the organization's close relationships with journalists in the National Press Corps were vast. Here are some quotes. Quote, Greg Sargent of the Washington Post will write anything you give him.
Verbatim. It's writing it down.
Ben Smith, now at BuzzFeed, will take stories and write what you want him to write. The people at Huffington Post were always eager to cooperate. Jim Rainey at the LA Times took a lot of our stuff. Brian Stelter at the New York Times was helpful. Well, Brian Stelter has since left the New York Times. He's now the House eunuch at CNN.
Wow! Tucker's had it.
No,
Tucker's had it with you people.
You think he's a Game of Thrones fan?
Oh, he's fucking dude. He's like a week away from naming the Jew at this point. He's had it.
He came in hot.
Announcing proclamations from his tiny king, Jeff Zucker. He takes his talking points, though, still from Media Matters. Here's Zucker's puppet.
He had animation made. He
Someone
had
give me-
animation made.
Hey, do me a favor. You know a guy on Fiverr, right? Got an idea for something.
A lot of what Fox does in primetime is resentment television, making you resent liberals and others who are trying to hurt you. That's the message from Fox. I think all of
No!
That's what they're doing now. Clearly, that's what they're doing. Fox is dividing this country.
Do you understand that we resent you independently of Fox News?
this matters. It's about decency and standards. It's about the corrosive, ugly, nasty behavior that sometimes happens on cable news or off cable news involving some of these hosts.
It's about decency, cries the eunuch. We must have decency. By which the eunuch means less disobeying,
calling him the eunuch
more
now.
obedience. Stop criticizing the program, or else. This is the face of state media. Why does Fox even exist, they wonder? We've got 11 other perfectly good cable channels, all of them approved by management and obedient to the people in
Approved
charge.
by management.
How could anybody watch something different? Fox can't be legitimate. They must be lying. Their viewers must be stupid. Listen to Don Lemon and the governor's brother.
Don Lemon and the governor's brother
tell you why Fox News shouldn't even be allowed.
As journalists, we have to give you the facts. What happens there is you don't talk about the substance of what you said or if it's factual or not. You don't talk about that. What you do is you say everybody's out to get me.
Mm-hmm. You mean like the exact thing you did with the Covington kids and everything? Your entire news network is run after everybody trying to come after you. Are you fucking that delusional? You were ready to lynch a high school kid because a Native American told you so.
Because I fought in Vietnam. My people. The Army Rangers.
Somebody posted Nathan Phillips hitting the hammer in front of the kid's face and goes, when somebody tells him at a restaurant it's your birthday.
Of course I was in Vietnam. I look like a man who's done a lot of heroin.
That's my Indian voice.
I like it.
Everyone is out to get conservatives. You just say, oh, there's outrage on the left, and they have Trump derangement syndrome, and they're always out to look, without ever addressing the substance.
They're not about facts, they're about feelings.
Can you
Ben
believe
Shapiro
this?
should sue him.
He should, but can you believe this?
Their audience just eats it
Honestly,
up.
I would sue Chris Cuomo, but then CNN won't have me on as a guest all the time, like they do.
Yes,
even though
I need to
nobody
be on.
ever addresses that.
Yeah.
That's right. The left doesn't, not even caring about the facts.
Don Lemon is calling you dumb. Savor the moment. But there's an ominous undertone to all of this. Don Lemon doesn't have the power to have you arrested. Dana Nessel does. Nessel is the Attorney General of Michigan. She's created a special hate crime unit whose charter is to investigate any organization identified as a hate group by the SPLC. This is what weaponized politics.
She can now. You can have the cops at your door.
Wait, you can be investigated for not committing a crime?
Yes, right now. And this Fox News, Michigan Department of Attorney General opening a hate crime unit. Fox News, the Michigan Attorney General is opening a hate crime unit in the department. In a press release sent Friday afternoon, Attorney General Dana Nessel said that while hate crime isn't a crime, when crime is perpetrated by prejudice against a specific group or individual, her office will act. When a criminal offense is committed against a person or property that is motivated by offenders' bias against a particular group, then my office will act. To do that, we intend to work with both federal and local authorities. The number of hate crimes that have occurred in Michigan have been on the rise lately. In 2015, 309 crimes were reported by police across the state. 2016 climbed to 456, 2017. Detroit alone counted 41 in the 2017 largest city in Michigan. The Southern Poverty Law Center tracked 31 hate groups in Michigan. You have to believe right now, you have to sit here and with a straight face and believe that there's 31 hate groups, not in the United States, Mike, because they're United States.
Michigan?
Just in Michigan. So if you go to Michigan, it's fucking Klan members, fucking neo-Nazis.
That's all it is. Oh, and blacks.
They don't count. Spearheading the effort in the new division is Assistant Attorney General Suda Domini, who is tasked as leading prosecutor in the unit, Special Agent David Dwyer, blah, 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 blah. So, yes, and they take their investigation information from the Southern Poverty Law Center. So now the Southern Poverty Law Center has a weaponized wing.
Oh, my God. Are you guys done getting your revenge for the Holocaust
Yeah,
yet?
seriously.
Enough.
Criticize the people in charge, and the SPLC will sic men with guns on you. It's terrifying. Even worse, you are subsidizing it without knowing it.
This is
Both
nuts.
the SPLC and Media Matters are amazingly tax-exempt organizations.
I didn't know this until today.
Whoa! What?
I didn't know this until today. They are both 501c3s, I believe. They're both tax-exempt organizations, which means they may all the money they make, and they get millions of dollars. They pay zero taxes.
Political operatives not paying taxes.
That is correct. Now, but this is why Media Matters. Watch.
In its original tax application to the IRS, Media Matters claimed that the American news media were dominated by a pro-Christian bias that needed them to balance it.
That's how they got their tax-exempt organization. By the way, under Obama, if you were curious what president it was under Obama. They said that there was a huge Christian, but it's in their application. I looked it up after this guy, but I didn't believe this. There's a huge Christian bias in the media. That's why Media Matters needs to be tax-exempt.
Despite the obvious absurdity of that claim, the group received nonprofit status. It has been violating the terms of that status flagrantly ever since. For example, during the Obama administration, Media Matters held weekly strategy discussions with the White House about how to hurt its political enemies.
If you are a tax-exempt organization, you cannot be a political operative. It's against the law. You can't. You could be one or the other.
Media Matters kept an enemies list of Republicans to destroy, including Steve King of Iowa. This is a violation of federal tax law. Tax-exempt nonprofits cannot function as an arm of a political party. Media Matters clearly does. According to a piece in the New Republic, a liberal magazine, Media Matters changed its mission during the 2016 Democratic primaries to campaign for Hillary Clinton. We were, quote, running defense for Clinton, one Media Matters staffer said, quote, defending Hillary from every blogger in their mother's basement. In a leaked 2015 memo from inside Clinton's campaign, staff discussed cooperating, coordinating, colluding with Media Matters to attack Republicans and accuse the press of biased coverage of Hillary.
Is anybody going to go to jail?
But Russia, right?
Is anyone going to go to jail?
Is
anyone going to get arrested? Is anybody going to lose their tax exempt
They have to lose their tax exempt. They have to.
Well, in an email from January 5th of 2016, Hillary's staff discussed working with Media Matters to counter a Vanity Fair piece on Huma Abedin. Quote, we have Media Matters and core surrogates lined up, which we can expand on tomorrow. This isn't just unethical, it is illegal. Under IRS regulations, 501c3 nonprofits are totally prohibited from participating in the campaigns of political candidates. Media Matters broke the law. The group has never been punished for this, though it is widely known. Media Matters retains its tax-exempt status. That means that you and every other taxpayer is subsidizing a tax on our own First Amendment. Why is this? How can this be happening? Maybe someone should call the IRS tomorrow morning and find out.
That was last night. I would not want to be somebody at the IRS today picking up the phone, because he is the highest rated, and a bunch of boomers have nothing better to do. They're calling the IRS right now. Now, I'm sure you've heard this all the time. Every time you argue with a liberal about homelessness or whatever, it's like, well, if churches pay taxes, we would be able to house every homeless person. You always hear about churches need to pay. These Media Matters and SPLC, these are atheist churches. That's what they are. They've become holy lands for them, that they don't pay tax. The same Media Matters and the same SPLC, the same group of people that go, people need to pay their fair share. Do you know how much money the SPLC makes? Do you know? Yes, it's nonprofit. They can't post a profit, but they do get to pay themselves whatever they want. The people that work up there make millions of dollars, and they don't have to pay. You have to pay taxes. You have to pay taxes. They don't have to pay taxes. And you can't talk shit about them not paying taxes because they'll deplatform you. Unfucking believable. Now, out of the two, do I think something's going to happen? Nah, probably not.
No, nothing's going to happen. Nothing ever happens.
But
people sitting around like, the fucking QAnon, the storm. We're going to drain the swamp.
And then this is the kind of stuff that makes me, when you start going, is Trump compromised now too? Is everybody compromised? Because this is a simple thing. The President of the United States has the authority to direct the IRS to investigate somebody. He can do that today if he wanted to. He could go, hey, the IRS needs to invest. It's not going to happen. Why though? Because it's all fucking game, man. It's all a fucking game. And Tucker brought it up on that episode yesterday too. It's like the Republican Party pretends to be an opposition party, but they're not. Look at stupid Paul Ryan. Look at all those. They don't care.
No, they don't. They didn't even want Trump.
No. They didn't, exactly. They didn't even want Trump.
It's whatever. It's pretty blackpilling, but what are you gonna do, man? There's nothing you really can do anymore.
No,
they're just gonna keep chipping away until we're a fucking socialist country. There's literally no way to even fight it anymore. Like, and I know it sounds like whatever. It's gonna get a bunch of fucking spurge later. No, you're just being blackpilled, and we need to rise up. Okay, yeah, way to rise up in our fucking YouTube comments.
Yeah,
you want to go rise up? Do it. Nobody's stopping you, but you ain't gonna get nothing done. What are you gonna do? Pull a Robert Bowers? Is that gonna help anything? No, it's not. It's nothing.